Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to part 8 of the snow speeder build. Today we're going to actually start working on doing painting that back grill that's on the back of the ship, doing that a gun scale, and then I'm going to mist it with some white paint to kind of blend it in with the rest of the ship. And then probably we'll go and put the insert in for the stand for the base. So let's head over to the bench. Well, welcome back. We got this all painted up really nice. Scratched up all the gray where I wanted it scratched up. So I'm really happy with that. Give it some chips and some scratches. But what we need to do is get this bottom half going, and we need to get the inserts that I bought. I bought a whole bunch of these. They're great. Quarter 20 thread that you can insert, and I can insert them in a wooden base or the actual model to glue those in. And what I'm hoping is, since these are 1/4 inch, I can take my pipe threader, and then thread this pipe, and then I can just screw these in. You know, and I only thread it just a little bit, so when it goes up, it stops. Like, I'd only thread it maybe that much. You know, and hopefully that will work good. These have a hole right through them, so the wires will go right through. So we'll check that out. And then it has a nice little flange edge, which I can just push it through and super glue it in there, and that should solve the problem with like using regular tubing. Because I'm going to see if I can do something with this base that it comes with, the stealth bomber looking thing. So I puttied in the slots that used to be the stand that would hook to the bottom of this, that we puttied those slots. And then these were posts that kind of probably just sit and hold the wings a little bit, so it doesn't want to tip off it. But I thought about going to Hobby Lobby, and I still might do that. And just get one of those oval bases. I like those. They're a nice size for ships like this, and a little bigger. They're a nice heavy oval. And then I have, I have a sample of a bigger one. But I used up all the small ones. Oh, come on. I can't quite get my finger. Here's a bigger version of it, but that would be too big for this. I mean, I guess not completely, because then you can make this look like a snow world. But I think I'm going to go with this. I have something I want to use this for, and I can't remember. But they do have smaller versions of that, which would work really good for that too. But this did look pretty good on that. But I think I want to have it more just the ship being the focal point. And I have a rod. I hope it's long enough. I'm trying to use up some of these scrap rods. That would get her up that high, but she's going to sink about, I think that's okay. So I think that rod's going to work good. And I want to clean up those ends. But what we got to do here, I'm letting this dry, but I puttied those in, and then we'll sand this, and I think I'm just going to do it I have some of that pearl white from the Enterprise refit. And that way it gives it a sparkly white down there, you know, kind of like snow. But why not use up some of these stands? I might even do that on the X-Wing. I forget what the X-Wing stand is. It's kind of that explosion looking thing. That one I'll probably use a rod, but I might use the base, and I can't remember what the base of that is right at the moment. But what we got to do here is we got to cut a little little bit off this because it sticks through and hits the bottom of the pilot's, the cockpit area. So when it sticks through. So hopefully we can grind this. So I'm going to pause this and see how this works. Okay, there we go. It's not pretty, but it'll work. We got thread, enough to get a couple turns for the piping. And that's all it's going to need for a ship this light. That should fit in there. Let's see how. And beautiful. More than enough room. So we can actually go through and super glue this. And the best way to do that, or at least for a quick second, is to tape this up. While we try to get super glue out of this impossible bottle of super glue. So what we'll do. No, I think that toothpick, I heard it fall the other day. There it is. Get this toothpick and try to swash it around. But the toothpick's got a big glob of glue already on it. Try to do this before it dries. Try to get some all the way around this. Clear the top. Activator. It's still going to take a while to activate through all that, but that's just kind of how that glue is working now. That might have been the last use of that glue. We got it back together. I am not fighting to find tools. And let's get this tape off here in case some oozes through. No, that looks good. And simple as that. Yay, we got this bottom on. You can go away so I don't have all this stuff on the table. Keep the bench clean is good. So, one thing we can do right now, real quick, is to get this gun painted, and then we got to do the back end. And I think what I'm going to do with the back end is I'm going to paint it a gun steel and then mist it with the white. I think that's going to be the best way to do. And the thing about the gun is I'm hoping it doesn't get, well, I'll have to hit the whole ship with satin, so to seal all the gray in. My goodness. I don't know if I'm going to do any like little highlights, like some silvers or brass on this gun. Because I think I'm going to straight up just leave it completely gunmetal. They never really did much detail on their guns in Star Wars, you know, they were pretty much just black. I'm going to do more of a gunmetal, so it gives a little sheen to it. But we'll let that dry. I think I'm going to pause for dinner. And then we'll come up and start doing some of the electronics, hit that with another coat. And then we'll actually hit that with another coat, hit that, airbrush that. And yeah, really liking this Folk Arts gunmetal. I really like it. It's one of the nicer gunmetals. You know, even better than my Model Masters. My Model Masters gunmetal really just looks like black. I mean, it's like a blue black, like a blue metal black, but it doesn't have the sheen. And it might be just, it needs a mixing. But it's it's another nice gunmetal, to have. But this, I like how it has a little bit of a sheen to a sparkle in it, like metal. And like I said, I got these flaps already ready to go too. And then let's see where the hair flap wrapped right around. And then I'll hit the silver on these hydraulics. I might do it a little early, and then even if I missed it, I can go back over it with the shinier silver before washing it with weather. But yeah, so we're gonna let that dry, and then we'll come back and hit this. Give it a sanding. Test fit. We should actually do a test fit for right now. As far as how's it going here. I'm not even sure. Just like that. Alright, hello and welcome back. Here we're at the airbrush booth here. The spray booth, and we're going to do this in a gunmetal, and then I'm going to mist it with the white to kind of tie it together. But I want to give it that darker look, so put a little bit of that in there. A little bit of water. And get a little bit of isopropyl alcohol too, so it dries nice. Let's see what we're looking at. I was kind of doing a little guesstimate there. Parts are on. This is a cool little device where you got a on and off valve, and then you put this piece on all your airbrushes and click. You should be, I have to turn the air on. And click, you're working. That's great. So we'll try a little bit of this in here. Let's see what it looks like. I don't even know how crazy we're going to have to go with the coverage. With the coverage, with the it's going to be already hit with misted with white too. But going to go through a lot. It's hard to get into the cracks. Yeah, it's really hard to hit those fins, the sides of them, without getting any runs. So that's why I'm glad I really thinned it out. You almost give it a second to settle. If you get too much buildup on those edges, it's going to want to run down. At least it's not over, and it brought out the detail, that's for sure. That's way down in those grills. It's just actually getting the grills with paint. Give it a sec there. Oh yeah, fun. But it's gonna look nice, and then I think I just missed it with some white. But I'm really happy with the way it looks. And that might be good enough. Like I said, I don't know how much coverage I'm gonna need, because I'm gonna mist it with white and to bring the contrast down, because otherwise it's gonna be a white ship with this. But that's why I also went with a gunmetal, so it has a sheen. It has a, like on the curves and the reflections, it makes a steel color. There we go, and it's pretty much drying already. Almost completely dry. Yeah, I can touch those walls. Touch both sides? Not yet. But yeah, wow, you can see the detail pretty good. And I think we actually got inside all the grills pretty good. You might see a little bit of a shading of the plastic, but you'll never know once I hit it with the misting of the white. But we'll let this fully cure, and then we'll be right back. I'll clean this and we'll be right back. Hopefully this will be dry, and I'll show you hitting that with misting it with the white paint. Well, okay, here we are. This dried nice. It really came out really good. So let's go ahead and turn these vents on. Let's go ahead and let's give it a light mist of white. You gotta be careful because my vent wants to suck the paint up before it hits it, but you want to be far and you want it to come down and almost like poof. I think that's the underneath and that's the upper. Ah! Well, good thing it's a mist of paint, so it dries really quick. And I think that's all it needs. A little goes a long way. That'll tie it in with the ship, but you'll still see like this metallic darkness back there. And that's it, really.